across town trying to get to you. I've been keeping my phone on no sound, facing you out, that's true. Now I get butterflies just thinking about your eyes, and that can't be all bad. Things came up, things went down, maybe turn back around. My spider sense screaming that I'm mad. A big storm blew up, a hurricane right in my coffee cup, carried me far, far away, and that's why I couldn't make it today to our coffee shop days. I must admit to some X-rated thoughts of what I'd like to do to you. So I guess I can see how bad it rhymes, playing you for a fool. So I pick up the phone, dial your number on the tone to set things straight. Things come up, things go down, make me turn back around. My spider sense screaming that I'm mad. A big storm blew up, a hurricane right in my coffee cup, carried me far, far away, and that's why I couldn't make it today. Coffee cup carried me far, far away, and that's why I couldn't make it today. 'Cause a big storm blew up, a hurricane right in my coffee cup, carried me far, far away, and that's why I couldn't make it today. To our coffee shop, babe. Our coffee shop, babe. Our coffee shop, babe. Our coffee shop, babe.
Coffee shop date. All right. It is Thursday, January 23rd. I'm Teddy, and you are listening to MessyMocha. I am back on my desktop computer, but I'm relocated in the lower level. So, first of all, I want to check the sound, make sure everything is good. Glad that we got connected this morning earlier. I had to go out and get, a coax cable that would reach, and no noise today. The noise resumes again on Monday. All right. But at least I'm here in the lower level, and I think I should be able to come on during the day. Shout out to the mob. All my other bears, I call the grizzlies and the honey bears. Please hit the like on your way in. Checking in top news stories just for half an hour. That's it. I am live right now on X and YouTube. So where's everybody? Sound is good. Hey, Vicky, my moderator. Any questions, concerns, you can email me right now at unwinewithteddy at gmail.com. Good morning. Junebug says good morning. I know that's, I spell sometimes just like that. Maybe somebody is a goof this morning. Yes, maybe. And Gia Papaya, good morning. Good morning. All right. So, what are we going to get into first? Let's just do, let me throw this so everyone can be reminded. I haven't been up in a few days. So, let's throw this up, make sure. As a reminder. All right. So, as a reminder, it was last Friday. Gosh, weeks ago. I mean, the time is flying by so quickly. So, a number of subpoenas went out on last Friday. I said it was the first round. Okay. Um, most should have received them by now. Yeah, because today is Thursday. I'm going to say um, they should have all be received by no later than today. Okay, because we did have a holiday, Martin Luther King Day, and the inauguration on Monday. Okay, so I'm working on some things as well. May try to get another round of subpoenas out. It just depends on some things that we're doing. Okay. Also, if you check on Pacer, you can read the document for yourself. It is 83 pages in length, including um, all of the exhibit. So everything in the lawsuit, everything has an exhibit attached, okay, as evidence. So if you get a chance, take a look. I did see someone made a comment, said they had read it. Mhm. Yep, I saw it during, let's see, I'll just say I saw someone make a comment, and it went something like this, that Teddy's lawsuit, I'll just summarize, it's very comprehensive and it's well put together. I'll just say that. Okay. Mhm. All right. So the next thing is, oh, I have not done it yet, filed for, we haven't, filed for a motion for default judgment. I said that would be next, that would show up on, that should show up on the history documents. Right? So look for that sometime. I won't say when, but it'll just populate whenever I decide that it's time. Okay? Subpoenas are not posted. That's right. They're not posted when they go out, their contents, none of that. So The only thing I'll share with you is some have gone out, and I expect more will go out really, really soon. Okay? So now, let's do this. All right, so let's get caught up on what's the latest news and the live updates. Yeah, there's been a flurry of activity going on. Just in case you missed it, but when I have this queued up, let's take a listen and hear what Trump had to say about the possibility of having President Joe Biden investigated. Did you hear that? There's talk about that. Laura Coates did a story on it, and this is just a clip from it. Fair use commentary for education, for criticism, for news reporting, and for commentary.
Ominous idea, the possibility of investigating former President Joe Biden.
This guy went around giving everybody pardons. And you know, the funny thing, maybe the sad thing, is he didn't give himself a pardon. And if you look at it, it all had to do with him. I mean, the money went to him.
Should Congress investigate that?
Well, I don't know. It's, you know,
Well, you ordered the DOJ.
I've always been, look, he didn't give himself a pardon.
You know what? I thought about that. He didn't give himself a pardon. Hang on, I'm switching between screens. I had that same question, or kind of thought, not a question, a thought, that since President Biden pardoned, he pardoned a number of people in his family, why he would not have pardoned himself. Because now that leaves the door open. It's speculation, anyway, that President Trump could open up an investigation. Maybe it's just rumors. I know. Junebug says investigated for what? For what? Let me see if I want to be able to look at your comments. Hang on for a second. Let me put this up and see if I can move this story here. So I can watch, listen. There we go. Investigated for what? Listen. Let's continue to see what President Trump has to say about this and what's on his mind.
Is he threatening to investigate Biden? Did you interpret it that way?
I didn't interpret it that way at all. I interpreted him saying, having gone through the experience of what I just went through the last 4 years, what a foolish decision was for Biden not to pardon himself given the current environment. And I think that's true. I mean, I think going forward, our partisanship is so toxic. What it is I think when a new administration leaves, they almost have to look and say, okay, how do we protect the people who've made some of these difficult decisions from these partisanship judiciary, this partisanship that takes place in the Justice Department? I think pardons becomes that answer. I think that's what he's saying. I don't view it as a threat to investigate, because you just look at the first term. He didn't do it the first term. Why would he do it the second term?
A good point. It's not a threat, but there is talk about it. He was asked about it. Do you agree? Do you think that President Biden should have pardoned himself? I mean, since he, pardoned a group of family members.
Can you imagine if Biden had pardoned himself, given the flack he's already gotten for his son pardoned and his family members? How would that have looked?
Of course, it would have looked bad. It would have made it hard for a Democratic consultant like me who makes ads against Republicans for pardoning January 6 folks. Because every time I bring that up now, they're going to come and everybody's going to go, well, what about all the pardons? This just goes back and forth and we never get there.
The
Right.
pardoned family.
See there? That's what I'm saying. But this is a long stretch. Me and Tara were talking in the green room. Sorry, I'm going to bring it up. But there was a great letter that he had left to this president. Really nice. And we was talking about how nice it was. I guess we're throwing all that nice S out the window now because now we're talking about coming after each other. Seems like we go back and forth, but in my mind, the way I think about this is it's just more red meat. You've seen the first 48, 72 hours. Everything he said he's going to do, he's did it. And he just keeps shoveling more red meat to that base.
Well,
We'll just have to see. For some reason, I don't think he's going to do it. I don't know. I don't think he's going to open an investigation on the former president. And for what? For what? No, Trump did not pardon himself. Gia says, did Trump pardon himself the last term? No. We would have heard about that. Especially, with everything coming up. No. He said because he didn't do anything. There was no reason for him to pardon himself. And maybe that's the same thing with President Biden. He didn't do anything. So why does he need a pardon? Right? Let's finish this one out.
Sean Hannity, he wanted to move on from this point. I don't know if he didn't want to go down this road or he had other things to talk about, including things like the economy. Listen to this moment when Sean Hannity was like, something else you want to talk about? Watch.
Somebody advised Joe Biden to give pardons to everybody but him. They wanted to take care of. Yeah, but Sean, they wanted to. I don't care.
They're yelling at me.
This is
over
more
there.
important because right now the economy is going to do great.
Yeah.
He wanted to move on.
But this is top of Donald Trump's agenda. He's made it very clear it will be justice. Like that is number one. It will be Liberation Day. It'll be Justice Day one. And I think, the past 4 years, Donald Trump has said he has spent a lot of his time, his advisors, people closest to him, and their money, their life savings on defending themselves against the justice system. And I don't think he thinks that the administration before him can get away squeaky clean without having to go through the same sort of pain that they went through.
Do you think it's going to be seeking justice, like vindication or retaliation or got you or go after all of those folks that it's been rumored that prosecuted him or responsible for his prosecution? I don't know. Anyway, so Trump addresses economic forum. President Donald Trump is expected to deliver virtual remarks to the World Economic Forum meeting in Davos today as he looks to move ahead with economic and foreign policy priorities amid his threats to impose higher tariffs on some countries. So while the idea of higher tariffs sound really good, I mean, some are saying that eventually Americans would pay for it. like if you raise tariffs on Mexico and anything that they end up having to ship over here, that we're going to pay for it. Same thing, Canada or wherever else he's planning to impose these tariffs. I don't know. On the immigration front, so far, I was listening this morning, more than 400 arrests have been made. Now, these are can I use the word illegal? I think so. The ones that have committed serious crimes. That's what they're doing or going after first. Those that are doing or have committed illegal crimes. What is this? At this point, nothing surprised me what Trump is going to do. Also, he did not even sign the 1964 or Civil Rights Bill. And he didn't even sign Martin Luther King's bill. That's Latoya Wood who says that. Okay, continuing on with immigration. Well, the crackdown is in full force. The acting Secretary of Defense directed 1,500 ground personnel to the southern border. A new Justice Department memo outlines plans to challenge sanctuary city laws by threatening to prosecute state and local officials who resist. The first hearing to challenge Trump's executive order on birthright citizenship is scheduled for this afternoon in Seattle. So again, he's already going to be facing lawsuits, challenges to these executive orders that he has signed. On to cabinet confirmations. The Senate has scheduled a key procedural vote to advance the nomination of Pete Hegseth. That's for Defense Secretary this afternoon. I wonder if he is going to be confirmed on the heels that his let me get this correct, ex-sister-in-law alleged that, I'll just say, abuse. All alleged, but this comes at the last minute, and it was a sworn statement. This comes as the chamber continues to weigh, of course, other cabinet picks on Capitol Hill. Meanwhile, the House voted Wednesday to pass a GOP-led bill that requires detention of undocumented migrants. So you have immigrants, you have migrants. So I guess I could say in the first it was illegal immigrants. But this bill requiring detention of undocumented migrants charged with certain crimes, handing an early legislative win for Trump. So, wins already. What else is in the news? In the 5 things. Let's see if I can pull that. Hang on. All right, so I did pull this article. Let's see if I got it correct. Um, Pete Hegseth, ex-wife, recently gave a new statement to the FBI about the defense nominee's alcohol use, according to two sources familiar with the matter. So we've got that one from his ex-wife, and then there was something else that came in by a sister-in-law. Senate Armed Services Chairman Roger Wicker and the ranking Democratic member, which is Jack Reed, were briefed on Samantha Hegseth's statement, which has not been previously reported. Let's see what the reporting chiefs. Wicker and Reed were initially briefed about the FBI's background check before the confirmation hearing, according to another source familiar with the matter. But since then, the FBI has interviewed Samantha Hegseth and has included her statement in its supplemental review. Wicker said in a statement late Wednesday night that reports regarding a confidential briefing on the FBI background investigation of Pete Hegseth that I received, he says, last week are starkly and factually inaccurate, and that he stands by Hegseth's nomination. It is disturbing that a sensitive, long-standing process used by committee leadership to vet presidential personnel is being litigated in the press. On Thursday, following CNN's report, Reed disputed Wicker's characterization of the FBI briefing process. As a rule, I do not publicly discuss the contents of an FBI background investigation. So we'll have to see this afternoon what may come out. Whether or not he gets confirmed. So let's do this back. It's almost 11. Well, there's been another school shooting. One student has died and another was injured. This happened yesterday. I wasn't on, but this was at Antioch High School in Nashville, Tennessee. Authorities reporting that a 17-year-old male student armed with a pistol fired multiple shots in the school's cafeteria. The victim was a 16-year-old female student, and the shooter also killed himself after the attack. Police are investigating whether the victims were directly targeted or struck by random gunfire. In 2024, there were 83 incidents. It just happens. The frequency is just unbelievable. California wildfires. There's a new fast-moving wildfire in Southern California, which has prompted thousands of evacuations. So more on that. We received like overnight maybe 3, almost 4 inches. So there is a winter storm, icy roads, creating treacherous conditions all across the Gulf Coast, and a massive winter storm had dumped snow on several states. It's brutally cold, brutally cold. For those of us who live in, we're used to this kind of weather. You're not going to believe what I saw this morning when I went out to get my coffee. There was someone wearing shorts. There's always someone. If you don't live where it's cold, like here in the winter, it might not mean anything to you, this story. But there's always a handful of, I'll just say, usually guys, that no matter what the weather, they'll run out in shorts. I don't understand. And I had on, yes, I had on a winter hat, gloves, scarves. I was wrapped up, and he comes in to get coffee, and he has on a sweatshirt and shorts. You know, the knee-high like shorts. Yeah, just above his knees. But I'm like, where are you from? Vicky Black says it snowed in Florida yesterday. Your brother sent you pictures. You know where else it snowed? Let me see if I can pull a picture. This is overnight. KPLC in Lake Charles, Louisiana. Lake Charles sees the lowest temperature in 125 years overnight. Let's see. And they got snow in southwest Louisiana. Can you believe this? Yes. The temperature was 6 degrees, the second lowest ever recorded. What's going on? I mean, like in the South, I know, in the South, they're getting snow. It's like, yeah. It snowed Tuesday in Houston. That's rare. Snow. What do people do in the South? They put down sand. Right? Yeah. And they stay inside if it's like half an inch. Um, Vicky says, I have seen people with a big coat on walking the dog with shorts and flip flops. So I'm not the only one that has seen this. It's just, maybe it's just some people don't want to let go of, they just don't want to, dress with all the layers. All right, so it's 11:04, and I said I was going to wrap it up by 11 o'clock, and I'm going to do just that. If you'd like to join me, come back tonight. I should be on by 9:30-ish. Hope to. Biggest bear hugs go out to each of the Grizzlies. Please hit the like on your way out. Email me at unwinewithteddy@gmail.com. I don't have, again, you say the sound is good. It's, well, in the lower level, it's, I don't have any, should I describe it tonight? All right. I just hope that you can hear the sound. Okay. Thanks to my moderators. That will do it for me. Thanks for watching. Until next time, I'm Teddy. Have a great Thursday.